Have you ever wondered which crypto coins could define the next wave of wealth in 2025? Not the hype-driven tokens, but the projects quietly building the future while the world looks the other way. Today, we are peeling back the noise and diving straight into the five cryptocurrencies that may shape the next chapter of digital finance. Some of these names you'll know. Some may surprise you, but each one has a story and a reason it might be worth watching. Let's get into it. The crypto markets have always been a battlefield of innovation and speculation. Every cycle creates winners, losers, and moments investors never forget. And as we approach 2025, a new narrative is forming, one shaped by institutional adoption, global regulation, real-world utility, and technology that didn't even exist a few years ago. Today, we're exploring the top five crypto coins positioned not just to survive, but to lead. But before we start, remember, this is not financial advice. This is research, history, and patterns interpreted for the future. Now, let's begin with number five. Number five, Solana, SOL. Solana has been called a lot of things over the years: too fast, too centralized, too ambitious. Critics called it a research project, doubting it could scale. And yet, here we are in 2024 and 2025. It's one of the most used networks on the planet. But here's what makes Solana stand out. Its ecosystem is no longer just about speed. It's about culture. From meme coins to real-world payments to global apps building on its low-cost infrastructure, Solana has become the chain where experimentation happens at scale. And while other networks talk theory, Solana ships. That developer-first momentum is something investors often underestimate, because in crypto, adoption follows builders. Solana is still volatile. It still has its battles. But going into 2025, it sits in a unique position: fast, cheap, proven, and culturally relevant. Number four, Chainlink, Link. Chainlink is not flashy. It's not the type of coin people scream about on social media. But here's the truth. Without Chainlink, large parts of the crypto economy cannot function. Chainlink is the invisible infrastructure, the bridge between real-world data and blockchains. And in 2025, it's stepping into a role even bigger than before. Its cross-chain interoperability protocol, CCIP, is quietly becoming the standard for how banks, institutions, and blockchains talk to each other. That's the kind of thing that doesn't trend on Twitter, but it changes the industry permanently. Chainlink is the quiet giant, and in the next cycle, the giants tend to wake up. Number three, Ethereum, ETH. Now you might be thinking, Ethereum again? Really? Yes, really. Because Ethereum isn't just a cryptocurrency. It's the foundation of decentralized finance, NFTs, real-world asset tokenization, and thousands of applications built across a global community of developers. And here's where 2025 gets interesting. The network is undergoing one of the most profound evolutions in blockchain history. Layer 2 scaling, restaking, and modular infrastructure are transforming Ethereum from a slow, expensive network into a global settlement layer. It's no longer about speculation. It's about systems, infrastructure, digital economies that run 24/7 without permission. Ethereum might feel familiar, but the Ethereum of 2025 will not look like the Ethereum of the past. Number two, Bitcoin, BTC. Some people claim Bitcoin's best days are behind it, but history has a funny way of humbling assumptions. Bitcoin remains the most secure, most decentralized, most recognized digital asset in the world. But what makes 2025 especially powerful is the rise of institutional adoption, ETFs, corporate treasuries, global investors treating Bitcoin not as a gamble, but as a long-term asset class. And then there's the halving cycle, a force that has shaped every major bull run in history. But beyond price, there's something deeper. Bitcoin represents trust in a world where trust is fading. It represents sovereignty when financial systems grow unpredictable. Sometimes the oldest technology remains the most important, and Bitcoin still has chapters left to write. Before number one, tension build. Now we've gone through giants, innovators, and infrastructure, but the number one crypto for 2025 isn't the biggest and it isn't the loudest. It's the project with momentum, technology, and timing converging at the perfect moment. Let's talk about it. Number one, Ripple, XRP. XRP's journey has been anything but easy. Legal battles, skepticism, headlines that painted it as an underdog in a market that rewards hype. But the world has shifted. Regulation is tightening, and global payment rails are being redesigned. That is exactly where XRP shines. Its technology is built for cross-border transactions, something the traditional banking system still struggles with. And as governments and institutions finally move toward blockchain-powered settlements, XRP is uniquely positioned with partnerships, integrations, and real-world use cases already in motion. 2025 may be the year when XRP transitions from controversial to essential. 5 coins, 5 narratives shaping the next chapter of digital finance. Solana, with its unstoppable developer momentum. Chainlink, the quiet backbone of crypto infrastructure. Ethereum, evolving into the world's digital settlement layer. Bitcoin, the timeless asset that refuses to fade. And XRP, the comeback story that may redefine global payments. But here's the question: which of these stories will you be part of? Crypto is not just about charts and numbers. It's about innovation, conviction, and transformations happening in real time. The winners of 2025 may not be the loudest projects, but the ones building value where the world needs it most. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one.